Well, it's time for Financial Focus. Our analyst Steve Budin joins us now to talk about a number of things, and one of them oil prices up again, right?
Yeah, I hate to kill everybody's morning. You may have seen it the last couple of weeks. Gas prices have been edging up a little bit. Well, this morning the Trump administration announced that they're increasing their sanctions on Iran, and they did this about 6 months ago. And other countries buying oil from Iran weren't able to use a U.S. banking system.
Okay.
They were able to apply for waivers, but those waivers are expiring, I think it's May 1st, and the government's saying we're not extending it. So they're basically saying to some of these countries, pick us or pick Iran, and the basic premise here is it's going to drive up oil prices because Iran won't be able to sell their oil to these other countries. So what does it mean for us? Potentially you'll see some gas price increases just as the peak driving season is beginning.
So, I mean, because it's already increased. I think we even said last week it was up like 8 cents in 1 week. Yeah. So it's going to continue?
It looks like it'll continue unless they come to some agreement.
Okay, well, goody.
Sorry.
I guess I should fill up now, right?
Yes.
All right, well, let's talk earnings season. That's starting, and we're soon going to get a better snapshot on the economy, right, and where we stand. And so far, it seems like we're in decent shape. The jobs are up. And
yeah, so far so good. The first quarter, which is what companies will begin reporting for, January through March, the expectations are pretty low. So as we begin to see more companies, and most of the big companies we all use and recognize will be reporting, and what I like to report about is they'll give their earnings, how much money they made during those particular times, but they'll also give what's called guidance, and they'll say, this past quarter may not have been so good, but we're expecting better things ahead. And they give some forward-looking statements, and that'll give us an idea of how the economy is looking. And some of the local gaming companies are going to be first up this week. So it'll give us an idea of how Las Vegas is doing as opposed to the rest of the country. But a lot of it is, commingled.
Okay. And this one I want to leave some time for because it's interesting. America's biggest money regrets. There's a list out, and the list is some are kind of expected, but then you think the first one kind of is like, wow.
I was talking to you about this before, and you kept shaking your head. Yes, this is me. So they surveyed a few thousand Americans, and they said, what are some of your most biggest financial regrets? And the list here is really no surprise, but the number one was not getting started earlier, because people get older and they're like, oh my God, I lost 20, 30 years of doing this. So they always say the best thing is learning from your mistakes, better to learn from others' mistakes. So the list here, not starting earlier. You have a lot of these memberships that you buy and you don't use. Some of them are getting married, getting divorced, co-signing for people's loans. So a lot of these things are things you could easily avoid if you just be careful.
Be careful and think about it. And probably when it says getting married, I'm thinking the wedding. The wedding is costly.
$25,000 on average.
Yeah, and sometimes I think people that do the big expensive wedding do recommend to their friends, like, you don't need to go that big. In the end, you really just want to kind of put it aside for your life. But
try telling that to a bride.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that's a wrap. Thanks so much, Steve. Of course, we'll be back after this.